Okay, good afternoon to all. Myself, Harshita Bhaviskar from Bharat College of Arts and Commerce. Today's topic for our presentation is Introduction to Information Security. There are different types of IT security concepts which we can see. IT security, first of all, it is a protection of computer systems and networks from information disclosure, theft, or damage to the hardware, software, or electronic data, as well as from the disruption or misdirection of the services they provide. IT security performs four important functions for an organization. It protects the organization's ability to function, enables the safe operation of applications implemented on the organization's IT systems, protects the data organization which it collects and uses, safeguards the technology assets in use at the organization. So these are some IT security functions which we have to keep it in mind whenever you want to secure data for an organization. Now, what are the features of IT security? There are several features of IT security. Basically, it is classified into four categories. First one is confidentiality. Second is integrity. Third is availability. And fourth one is security. So first is confidentiality. Now, what do you mean confidentiality? It assures that information is shared only among the authorized persons or organization. So confidentiality is a principle which states that whatever information is shared, it should be shared among the authorized persons or the organization. Integrity, it assures that the information is authentic and completed. It maintains and assures the accuracy and consistency of data over its entire life cycle. Availability assures that a system is responsible for delivering, storing, and processing the information which is accessible whenever needed by those who need them. Now, what are the types of vulnerabilities? Next slide is dealing with the types of vulnerabilities. Vulnerability is also one kind of weakness which is exploited by a threat actor, such as an attacker, to cross the privilege boundaries which within a computer system. Now, your vulnerabilities are classified into different assets. First, vulnerability, it can be caused to information. It may be because of your hardware issues. Hardware issues is unprotected storage or due to overheating problem, or it may be due to some humidity or dust. Software issues can cause because of insufficient testing of an application or the software, insecure coding, lack of auditing, or design flaws. Network can be unprotected communication lines, insecure network architecture, and due to that reason, this can take place. Personal, it can be caused due to inadequate recruiting process, inadequate security awareness, and insider threat. Physical side, it consists of area subject to natural disasters. It may be due to flood or earthquake, interruption to the power source, etc. Organizational, it may be lack of regular audits, lack of continuity plans, etc. So these were the types of vulnerabilities which we have discussed now, hardware, software. Now we will be learning in the next part the threats. Which are the threats for your system or for your information which can be manipulated? A threat is a potential negative action or event it facilitated by a vulnerability that results in an unwanted impact to a computer system or application. Any circumstance or event with the potential to adversely impact an IS through unauthorized access, destruction, disclosure, modification of data, or it may be due to denial of service. These are the types of attacks which can cause your information network system hammer. A countermeasure is any step you take to avoid for a threat to protect your user data or computer from getting harmed. Various security threats are as follows. First one is users, identity theft, loss of privacy, exposure to spam, physical injuries, etc. Hardware examples are due to natural disasters, theft, etc. Data, malwares, hacking, it may cause to hacking problem, it may cause to a cybercrime problem, or cyber terrorism is another level of getting your data to be harmed. Now, what are the threats to information system? These are the different types of categories of threats, and the examples are listed over here. Total 12 types of categories of threats are listed. Act of human error or failure, which may be example for accidents, employee mistakes. Comprises to intellectual property, it may be due to some privacy, copyright attack, deliberate act of responses due to unauthorized access, then deliberate acts for theft, forces of nature, equipment failures, technical issues may be caused. So all these are your types of categories of threats, and these are the listed examples which is supported for these categories of threat. Now, which are the keywords basically used whenever you implement a concept of threats? So first keyword is spam, which deals with commercial email, junk email. Cookie, it is a small text of information which can be run through a web server. Web bugs are there. It's a small part of embedded web pages or programs, which may also cause a threat as a keyword. Malwares are also called as a malicious software. Viruses, worms, spyware, Trojan horse, these are the examples of a malware. Shoulder surfing is also one kind of a threat which acts like a keyword for information system. Hacking may cause due to sniffing problem, social engineering, spoofing, phishing. These are the types of the attacks which is supported by your hacking. DDoS, that is denial of distributed system attack, is also one kind of attack which can cause a threat or act as keyword for an information system. Cybercrime and cyber terrorism is also one kind of attack or a threat which may cause to an information system. Now, next slide is going to deal with the detailed description about the types of attacks which we have listed now. So first type of attack was denial of service attack. Here in this, how does this attack implements? Over here, attacker will send a large number of connection requests or information requests to a target machine, means to a source machine. So many requests are made that a target system cannot handle them successfully along with other legitimate requests of the service. It may result in a system crash, or merely it may perform the ordinary functions, or it may destroy your functions. Working of DOS, that is denial of service attack. Next is distributed denial of service attack, which is called as a DDoS attack, in which this request is launched against a target from many locations at the same time. This is a diagrammatic representation of how does this denial of service attack takes place. You can see over here in the left hand side, sender is there who is going to send the request to the server machine. And in between, multiple hardware systems are there, which is going to share the information from one system to another. And between that process, this denial of service attack will take place. Next type of attack is spoofing. Spoofing is a technique which is used to gain unauthorized access, whereby the intruder can send a message to a computer with an IP address indicating that a message is coming from a trusted host. Man in the middle attack is another attack which sniffs the packets. Over here, attacker will transpose the sniffing of the packets from one network to another network by modifying the data, inserting the data, and back to the network again. This is the working of his IP spoofing attack. This is the working of the man in the middle attack. Now, how you can implement these protective measures? So there are protective measures for this booster access control, where you have to boost, where you have to keep your data secure by encrypting the password system for all the softwares whichever we are using. keep all the software updated. That is also one kind of a protective measure where you can create the privacy to your network system. Standardize the software. Your software should always be standardized. It should be updated, browser-leaf operating system without the or with the government approval. Use the network protection measures such as you should have an installed firewall in your machine. Ensure proper access controls to the devices. Use IDs and IPs to track the potential packet floods. Use network segmentation. Use a virtual private network and conduct the proper maintenance for these protective measures, whichever you're going to handle for this data or the information which you're going to present for your information networking system. So over here, I had done the presentation on just the first topic of introduction to the information network security, in which you have studied what is the need of information security, then types of attacks, threats, vulnerabilities, then what are the protective measures which you can implement for providing the security to your system. So over here was I end with my presentation for today's topic. Thank you. Goodbye.